I fell in love with a girl once, a brown girl named Cammy, who everyone said was 14 going on 25. She was in my freshman gym class, and her locker was right next to mine. She had this wild mane of fluffy brown hair that could never be tamed, springy curls that went in every direction. I remember watching her in the locker room. She just shed her clothes off right in front of us. T-shirt and shorts, bra and panties, stripped down to nothing, flaunting her pierced nipples as she strutted to the showers, looking every one of us in the eye as she passed, as if she was saying, "Watch me, you know you want to." And I did. I watched her hips sway from side to side, watched that birthmark on her left butt cheek that looked like a map of Jamaica, and wondered what else she had pierced. At home sometimes, in the privacy of my bedroom, I pretended to be just like her. Undressing in front of a mirror, imagined that someone was watching me. At first, it didn't matter who. Could have been anyone. The next door neighbor's son, who I'd had a crush on since the 8th grade, or Kilo, who'd been my boyfriend on and off for months. But then, that someone was Cammy. Everyone talked about her like they knew her, how she used to go with so-and-so from Carroll City High, or how she hooked up with some guy under the bleachers, or how she dated these older men no one ever met because they were from out of town, or even how she kissed some girl at a party while playing spin the bottle and all the boys went crazy. But to me, she was like this mythical creature, like she had some secret life outside of her Miami Beach neighborhood that I didn't know about, like she could get out anytime she wanted. I used to watch her in the halls, in class, while dodging balls in the gym. I couldn't take my eyes off her. Once, I ran into her in the bathroom next to American history class. She was putting on eyeliner in front of the mirror, a thick charcoal pencil. She wore a short orange dress and scuffed Doc Martens, and her brown skin was glistening like she just massaged lotion all over herself, as if she'd expected to be caught this way. She didn't even blink when I walked in. She pulled a small pencil sharpener out of her gigantic purse, started sharpening her eyeliner, never taking her eyes off her own reflection. I stood there holding my history textbook like I was hypnotized. She looked herself over, then fluffed her hair with her left hand. "You like me," she said. It wasn't a question. It was like she knew, even before I did. What? She tossed the pencil into her bag, then wiped the corner of her eye with her pinky. "I can tell." She exhaled, then walked over and grabbed the history book out of my hands. She headed over to the door and jammed the book under it. When she turned to me, she was smiling. "I've seen you watching me." "It's not what you think," I said. She took 2 steps toward me, and I backed up against the wall. I smelled her hair, tangerine shampoo and cigarettes, and I could make out the T-shaped scar on her left eyebrow, which she penciled in with the eyeliner. All I could think about was the smell of piss in the girls' bathroom, and that a history book wasn't going to stop anyone from getting that door open. And then Cammy, this wild girl who couldn't be tamed, kissed me on the lips. And when she slid her hand inside my jeans, I forgot about the history book and the smell of piss, and the world became her lips, her fingers, her hair against the side of my face. She pressed her body against mine, her tongue in my mouth, and I lost myself, my hands pulling on the back of her head, leaving behind the girl I was. I wasn't her anymore, I was something else. And I finally knew what desire was, the kind I could only know at 14, when everything else was uncertain, and the only thing I could be sure of was that my world was beginning and ending all at once. And I knew, just as I'd always known that we were only children who were playing at life, that I'd always wanted this. 2 weeks later, Cammy disappeared. For months I dreamed about the moment. Dreamed she'd come back, that she'd fall in love with me and my friends would become her friends and everyone would be happy. Dreamed she'd come for me in the night, throw rocks at my windows like they did in the movies, and I'd pull out my tennis shoes and sneak out without leaving a note. Me and Cammy, 2 wild girls running off into the night. I sat in the locker room an entire school day once, skipped all my classes just to sit there, just so I could think of her. I imagined she'd show up at school that day, tell me how much she'd missed me while she was gone. We'd take the bus back to Normandy Isle after school. We'd hold hands, watching out the window as Miami Beach passed us by. She would kiss me again, longer that time, and we'd both see that there was an entire world outside of Normandy Isle or Miami Beach, something holding it all together. A place where we'd be free to do what we wanted, where we could be ourselves, and everything would be fine. One day, we would live in that world. But Cammie didn't come back to school that day, or any other day. I fell in love with a girl once. 2 weeks later, she disappeared. Thank you.